Hello beautiful people, today we're here to talk about how to say thank you for a promotion. By the end of this video you'll see how every single promotion is a springboard for the next one if you have the appetite and you're ready. We're going to look at how to have gratitude for a promotion above and beyond simply saying thank you. We'll look at what it means to act thank you and how to put that thank you into action. We'll look at how to use this promotion to prep you for the next one. First of all, let me just say that I absolutely love that people are asking how to say thank you for a promotion. Gratitude is one of my absolute all-time favorite qualities in people and something that I look for when I'm hiring people onto one of my teams. So kudos to you, definitely say thank you. Acting thank you is even more valuable than saying thank you. So in addition to saying thank you, whatever conversation you have with your boss to thank them for the promotion that you've just gotten, also use it as an opportunity to be able to act thank you. So let's talk a little bit about what acting thank you looks like. We talked in another video about empathy maps. Bring your empathy map to the conversation that you're having with your boss when you go to say thank you. Your empathy map will allow you to step into your boss's shoes, to be able to look at what it is that they're seeing, hearing, feeling, dealing with, what are the issues they're facing every day, what kind of questions, what's the noise and the conversations that are going on around them that they're dealing with on a constant basis. And you're not going to get it right. There is no right with empathy maps, but you are going to be able to get a feel for where their head's at. What are they working with? What are they stuck with at the moment? What are they moving forward fast with? What are they excited about? What are they terrified about? And if you can get a sense of what that is and hone your skills on being able to listen to your boss and really understand empathetically what it is that they're dealing with, you'll put yourself in a position to be able to do an awful lot more than just say thank you. So there are 3 steps to acting thank you. Step number 1 is taking stuff off your boss's plate. Now that doesn't mean that you go in and go, what can I take off your plate? What that means is that you spend the time to understand what they currently have on their plate. You ask the occasional question here and there in meetings. You're in meetings with them a number of times during the day. You start making notes about the things that they are concerned about, that they are focused on, that they are trying to make happen. And you start building a list of what those things are. And over time, coupled with your empathy map, you will build an understanding of what is valuable for them. So step number 1 is taking stuff off their plate, making an offer for them to say, I notice that you are dealing with X number of reports that need to be produced every single week. Is there one of those that I could take off your plate? This is an area where I have expertise. I'm offering to make sure that the quality control on that report is effectively done before you hand it up the chain. The second one is helping them get promoted. Hey, you just got promoted. Why would they not? So usually as you get higher up the ranks in an organization, the promotion cycles get longer because there are fewer people working their way up the pyramid. The thing to recognize is your boss also wants to get promoted. So it's worthwhile asking them what it is they're planning on doing, when they're planning on doing it, what their expectations are for their next promotion, and looking at it from the perspective of what you can do to help them achieve that next promotion. The third one, which is probably the most important one, because it is the foundation of building trust and building a relationship with your boss, is making sure that you're doing what you're asked to do and keeping your promises. That's the absolute baseline for functioning within any job. So much as you will ask that of your people who are now reporting to you, make sure that you do what you're asked and fulfill your promises. And I would add to that, make sure for you that you're managing your promises. We talked in another video about the idea of breakdowns when you anticipate things are going to go awry or the train's going to come off the tracks. Make sure that you are also anticipating breakdowns that might happen in any of the work that you're doing so that your boss can get out ahead of the narrative and out ahead of understanding what went wrong and what could have happened and how you can resolve that faster. When I first started working, I was working in London, and the company that I was working for hired John Cleese, the comedian who did Fawlty Towers on the Monty Python series, and asked him to do our training videos. absolutely genius move, because if there's ever a fantastic way to get a whole bunch of 20-somethings to listen to something, is to have John Cleese in front of them. So he was tremendously funny, and he did this entire skit about an employee who made a huge mistake that was going to cost the company millions and hid it. And what the employee did was, it was a whole series of John Cleese basically covering up for his own mistake. And the lesson of the whole thing was, look, the sooner you fess up to a mistake, the smaller the mistake is going to be, because this mistake snowballed progressively over time to the point where it was jeopardizing the entire company. And one of the lessons that I came away from with that, which was absolutely loud and clear, is if you make a mistake, make sure that you're giving your boss the heads up. Make sure that you're allowing your boss to be able to move out ahead of it and understand why it happened, how it happened, what the implications of it are. The sooner you declare that breakdown, the sooner that you fess up to that mistake, the smaller the impact of the mistake is going to be. So one of the big things that you can do for your boss in any of these situations is make sure that you get really, really good at fessing up to your mistakes early on, cleaning them up as fast as you possibly can, and moving forward. The other thing that's worth looking at in here is, we all know that different people have different ways of being delighted. One of the things that you might consider doing is asking your boss what would be valuable for you to offer to them. So after you've done your empathy map, after you've had the preliminary conversation with them, what you're looking to do is to say to them, hey, here's what I'm planning on doing. I want to make this offer to you. Here's some value that I want to bring. But I also want to ask you, what would be most valuable to you? Is there a way that I could make this offer, or a way I could do this work that would absolutely bring you delight? And it sounds like a pretty strange thing to do, but sometimes what I've learned is I get to know my boss an awful lot better. I get to know what's top priority for them in terms of how they like things done. So it's always worth a question at the end of an offer, at the end of a conversation, to understand how your boss likes things done. And then the final thing to remember is every single springboard is a promotion for the next. So as you say thank you for one promotion, it seems premature to be thinking about what your next one is. But as you start moving into your new role is what defines your next promotion. So I would recommend, as soon as you get your promotion, you start getting ready for the next one, because it acts as a huge pull for you in terms of setting ambitious goals and really getting you focused. One of the things that'll really help you with this is my promotion readiness assessment. The link is down in the description. Go do that again, now with the focus on your next promotion. It will actually help you define the goals that you want to have for the next 12, 18, 24 months while you're in this current role. And it'll get you super focused on what you're doing, where you're headed, and why you're doing it. I wish you the best of luck.